the just concluded Google I/O event. One of the more interesting unveilings was Stitch, Google's shiny new AI tool that turns simple prompts and image inputs into full-fledged UI designs and front-end code in minutes. Stitch is the brainchild of a designer and an engineer. Talk about a power duo, and was created to streamline the process of building products. It's currently in beta, and you can check it out at labs.google/stitch. So, let's go over there now and try it out. Welcome to the Brave Achievers channel. Today, we'll take a deep dive into Google's Stitch. The interface is similar to Galileo AI's, and that's unsurprising since Google acquired Galileo and rebranded it Stitch. This is still experimental, so fingers crossed on the results. Design at the speed of AI. Transform ideas into UI designs for mobile and web applications. Fitting. Here you can choose either mobile or web design. We'll choose mobile. Let's keep it simple and ask it to create a food ordering app with playful vibes and inviting colors. It takes a couple of seconds and asks if we could specify the screens to generate. Let's go with the options it gave. A home screen with featured restaurants, a menu screen with their prices, checkout, and cart screens. It confirms the list again. That's pretty good. And with our "yes, please," it goes to work. People always say to be polite with AI to get great results. Is this true? It takes about 10 seconds to generate the first 3 screens and a little longer for the last screen. At first glance, these all look good. We have our 4 screens. The Spice Merchant. The name might need a little work. We've got the home screen and a header with appetizers, main courses, etc. It also has a description of the meals and their associated prices. For the menu screen, it looks really appealing. We've got nice-looking images. The price of the meals. Oh, that's the delivery fee and time, placed in a confusing manner. And there's a rating? Nice. The checkout page looks great as well, and the prices actually add up. The cart screen looks good. Love the colors. They're vibrant. You can edit the theme. Let's see what it looks like with a dark theme. This takes about 3 minutes to generate. We've got a dark theme. Looks okay. Some of the texts have poor contrast, though. You can edit the theme further, like changing the color to, say, blue. The blue seems better for the dark mode. You get a coded version of the design, which is especially useful for developers, or if you want a functional app. And you have the option to edit the screen and describe what you'd like to change in your design. Let's ask for a search bar. Oh, it completely changed the color, but it delivers on the search bar, so there's that. You can also export to Figma, although, fair warning, you have to copy each screen individually. We see you, Stitch. Please fix that. The designs are editable on Figma. You can change, for instance, this image of a restaurant doesn't look fitting. We'll use Figma's beta image generator to create a restaurant image. Handy? You can make as many changes as you want. Let's see how Stitch does. Generating UI designs from wireframes and sketches. What's worth noting is that there are 2 modes for generations, standard and experimental. With the standard mode, you can prompt with only text. There's no image attachment option. While the experimental mode gives the option to attach a sketch, mock-up, or visual inspiration. And you can only attach 1 image at a time. So, we have this sketch of the home screen of a music app. Here's what it looks like, and we'll ask the tool to recreate it using purple and lavender as theme colors. It takes about 3 minutes to generate. Groove Time. Pretty solid name. It did follow the prompt, because it has a purple theme. The texts and CTAs are purple. The categories are almost the exact categories on the sketch. I have recently listened at the top instead of recently uploaded and popular today. Apart from that, it did a pretty neat job and even categorized the genres properly. The play buttons on my sketch aren't here. But that's not too bad, since it puts icons on the cards. The tool did a decent job of analyzing the image and producing it. Let's see if we can edit the design and ask it to add images to the cards. We have images on the cards, but the layout looks out of whack. The search bar looks smaller, and the UI no longer resembles a music app. It looks more like a picture gallery now. The genre CTAs at the bottom have been merged and are gasping for air. Safe to say, the tool needs a little work in this area. When you upload an image, the edit theme features are disabled. They only work with text prompts, not image inputs. Also, the Figma export isn't available with the upload image feature, however the code generation is. We also asked Stitch to generate a web design for a generative AI learning platform. Here's what it generated. We got a clean, modern, and minimalistic-looking design, something you'd expect from a senior product designer after hours of work. But Stitch did it in under a minute. Apart from the odd selection of images, which can easily be edited on Figma, this is really good. We've got an appropriate copy that saves you time having to research. Since they are static screens, we just need to change the images, edit a couple of texts, maybe the theme, but we love the minimalistic colors, and since we didn't specify the colors to use, it still works. And of course, prototype. Then we'll have a working MVP. All done in minutes. Final thoughts. Is Stitch the future? Stitch is impressive. It's like having a design intern who's been trained on the best UI patterns out there and has read every material design spec twice. You give it a prompt or sketch, and in seconds you get a working UI, complete with code and optional export to Figma. Where Stitch excels, speed and efficiency, takes minutes to do what might normally take hours. Prompt interpretation, it listens, reads well, and adapts quickly to feedback. Design quality, especially for mobile and web apps, the layouts look polished and professional. Code generation, a fantastic bridge between design and development. Figma integration, editable exports make collaboration easy. Where Stitch needs work, image input limitations. When using sketches or visuals, editing becomes restrictive. No multi-screen export. You still can't export multiple screens at once. Theme contrast issues. Especially in dark mode, text readability can suffer. Editing results. Small edits or UI changes could distort the layout or change the colors. Experimental mode restrictions. Can't edit themes or export to Figma when using image prompts. And let's talk about the elephant in the room. Is AI coming for designers' jobs? The answer is no. Let's be clear. AI like Stitch is a tool, not a replacement. It's not here to take over design. It's here to remove the grunt work and spark creativity. Tools like Stitch are excellent at generating first drafts, translating ideas into visuals, and bridging the gap between non-designers and actual products. But they lack the intuition, storytelling, empathy, and nuance that great designers bring to the table. Design is not just about arrangement. It's about emotion, accessibility, equity, culture, psychology, and purpose. No AI understands human experience like a human does, and that's why we believe designers aren't going anywhere. If anything, they'll evolve, working smarter, faster, and more collaboratively with AI as a creative co-pilot. In summary, Stitch is bold, fast, and full of potential. If you're a designer, it's a powerful assistant. If you're a founder or developer, it's a game changer. But like all tools, it's best used with human oversight and design judgment. So give it a spin, but don't hang up your Figma file just yet. So, what do you think? Would you trust AI to generate your next UI design? Or do you see it more as a creative sidekick? If you loved this walkthrough, hit like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. We're curious to hear how you would use Stitch or what you'd want it to improve.